Spielberg every time. The quantity and the quality that he was cranking out is so memorable that it really shaped my childhood.
I like Steven Spielberg better. I like a lot of his subject matter that you can kind of relate to issues and problems of today.
A big fan of Steven Spielberg. Not as fond of George Lucas, just really not been taken by his work at any point.
I probably like Steven Spielberg better. I think he has more of a broad appeal.
Spielberg is obviously the better filmmaker, can't argue with that. But Lucas gave us Star Wars, so...
Jaws. The horror that movie can portray with a shark that you don't really see, it's phenomenal. He took a shark that wasn't working and managed to make it into a movie where it still has some of the most terrifying shark attack scenes I can imagine. You look at modern shark movies and it is all about the CGI, and also it's all about the violence. It's all about the showing and not necessarily the telling. So he has this broken shark, and so he's working around it, which is what a great cinematographer has to do.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I want to say E.T. did. I know that's kind of an interesting movie that he produced. You know, it touches on a lot of current things that are going on now. For instance, E.T. was like kind of shaped funny and, you know, kind of like with the bullying stuff. You know, his main thing is, you know, he wanted to go home, but, you know, then he met this wonderful family and they took him in. And it was just kind of a feel-good kind of movie that, you know, in this day and age, I think you kind of want to see movies like that.
That would be Schindler's List. It's a movie focused on the Holocaust that occurred in World War II. Just how he handled such a sensitive topic in doing his work.
George Lucas has made a bigger impact just because I've been friends with and I've dated so many guys that have been obsessed with Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and I've had to watch them on repeat and go to midnight premieres and get every DVD and every VHS. So even though I like Spielberg more, George Lucas has probably had more of an impact on my life.
Empire's my favorite. So many of the best scenes of the whole trilogy, the whole series even. You meet Yoda for the first time. Darth Vader is at his most menacing of the whole trilogy. You get that amazing showdown with him and Luke, and of course the huge reveal. No spoilers, but you know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what it is by now.
I am your father.
Chewie's actually been my nickname since I was 18 years old. I love that giant Wookiee. He's such a great character. It's become a pretty big part of my life.
There's a kid in the water. He is attacked by Jaws. You see it from Jaws' point of view at first, and then it moves the point of view to the beachgoers. And the people on the beach actually say what you think. Did you say that?
My favorite quote from the movie is E.T.
Phone home.
You know, I mean, let's face it, even though most of us have cell phones and all that now, you know, we still miss the, you know, the connection of talking to someone.
My favorite quote would come from the movie Schindler's List. Oskar Schindler, who was a German industrialist and also a Nazi, in his efforts, he ultimately saved the lives of more than 1,100 Jews. Even though he had done so much, he was still saying, I could have done more.
I could have got more. I don't know if I could have got more.
My favorite quote is from Catch Me If You Can. I think he gives a classic walk-in speech that's probably my favorite, and it goes like 2 mice
fell in a bucket of cream. Eventually, he churned that cream into butter.
One of my favorite quotes from all of Star Wars is probably from Episode 4, when Vader and Obi-Wan finally confront each other. Vader comes down the corridor, all menacing, and he says, "I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last." The
circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.